Growing up, I was searching for many different things, and from the outside looking in, it would have appeared that I had those things. I played sports, I had good grades, I was valedictorian, Mr. Senior, went to college, things that most people on the outside would have said, wow, that guy's got it together. I was in a very legalistic church, and I had questions about religion and the Bible, and most of those questions were met with a harshness, and basically I was told to just stop asking questions and believe. That emptiness, that spiritual void that I had, I filled that with women, alcohol, and drugs. I ended up pawning everything I owned. My house went into foreclosure. I owed some very bad people a good chunk of money. I had to kind of hide a little bit. I couldn't even go home there for a while, and slept in my car, all the while waking up and going to work as a physical therapist. I got home and she said, "You have to leave. I can't help you anymore. You have to leave." So I go to Belgrove Springs, which is a men's alcohol and drug recovery center. I was afraid of what everybody else thought, of who accepted me and who didn't. Then I was afraid of, what if all this stuff about God isn't true that I've been taught? I was constantly afraid of having to go without drugs and being sick. What are people going to think? Am I going to lose my physical therapy license? Am I going to lose my wife? Are my parents going to finally come to the conclusion that they don't want anything to do with me anymore? While I was at Belgrove Springs, we drove every Sunday night from Moorhead to Christ Temple to the Sunday night service. And I remember that Christ Temple was the first church that I felt comfortable at. And that just blew my mind, because that's not the typical, we were a bunch of drug addicts coming to church. And not only were they okay that we were coming, but they loved it, and that was different than what I expected. There was a time when I was afraid of losing my wife, and now through God's love, know that I have an unconditional partner no matter what. I was afraid of the judgment and wrath of an angry God. But God's love is greater than all my fears.